All right, we are going to be going through these note sheets, talking about the area and perimeter of composite shapes. So, to review, I want you to have this sheet out. So it's kind of got the three examples, got area formulas, and to find the area of a composite figure, okay, is you are going to be just find. All you need to do is find the areas of the shapes separately, and then add them together. And so composite shapes are simply going to be, I'm just rushing through this, but composite shapes are just two shapes that are put together. So for instance, like if we were looking at this rectangle, okay, we might have a triangle on that as well. Okay, so we would have a triangle here and we'd have a rectangle as well. And so what we need to be able to do is we need to find the area of all of these different shapes. All right, so starting with a square, okay, the square to find the area is just base times height. All right, and same with the rectangle, that is base times height as well. The only difference is the square is going to be the same length. Parallelogram, oh my gosh, look, it's base times height again. Okay, triangle is a little different. So the triangle is going to be base times height, and then we divide it by 2. And remember, okay, that for a triangle, for a trapezoid, etc., for a parallelogram, okay, the height and the base have to make a 90-degree angle. All right, they have to make a 90-degree angle. All right, so these slants, like this slant and this slant, we would not be using for the base or height. Okay, that's very, very important. Remember, trapezoid, okay, we have like base 1 up here, base 2 down here. Okay, you are going to be adding those bases together. So it's essentially like finding the area of a triangle. We add these two bases together. We're going to multiply it by the height, which is going to be forming, you guessed it, a 90-degree angle. And then we just simply divide by 2 at the end. All right, and that's a trapezoid. And then a circle, all right, we have either a radius or the diameter. Okay, this is the radius, whereas all the way across is going to be the diameter. Okay, that is just going to be, we need the radius, it's going to be pi times r squared. All right, so those are our area formulas, and we're going to have examples like this example 1 here, that it said we have a basically a circle and a triangle. Okay, and so one thing that's going to be very helpful, all right, and I want you to underline this, is draw dashed lines to show the separation of the smaller familiar figures. Okay, so this kind of looks like an ice cream cone or snow cone. Okay, so what we can do is we can draw a dotted line all the way across. All right, and so now we have this half circle and we have this triangle. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to find the area of this triangle here. All right, and so what I can do, I know that, okay, this is my height. This is 8 inches because it gives me my length here. All right, so that is my height. Okay, and then the base is going to be this entire distance across here. So if half of it is 5, then that means the entire base is going to be, this is 5 inches as well. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, so 10 is going to be the distance all the way across my triangle. So all I'm going to do is take 10. We have our base times height, so 10 times 8, and I'm going to divide it by 2. 10 times 8 is 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. All right, so that means I'm going to go ahead and write 40 inches squared. That is for the triangle. Okay, that is all of this. This is 40 inches squared. Now what I need to do is I need to find the area of this half circle. All right, and so you may be thinking, well, we've only done circles. Well, let's find the area of an entire circle. So this 5 inches, this is my radius. We are going to take 3.14 times our radius squared. 3.14 times 5 squared. 5 squared is 25 times 3.14. When you take those times each other, you get 78.5, I believe. Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. 78.5. Now, the issue is, this is what it would be if it was a whole circle. But this is only half a circle. So that means I'm going to take 78.5 and I'm going to divide it by 2. Okay, when you divide that by 2, you're going to end up getting 40. Golly, I'll plug it into a calculator here. Sorry, watching the Cubs game right now. It is going to be, someone probably already beat me to it. It's going to be 39.25. So that means my area for that half circle is 39.25. So now I have my 2 areas. I'm going to simply add them together. So I'm going to take 39.25 plus 40, and I'm going to end up getting 79.25, and it is inches squared because we are finding the area. All right, so that one's pretty tough with a half circle. Okay, let's look at our second one. Example 2. We're going to draw dashed lines to show the separation of the shapes. All right, so I want you to go ahead, pause the video right now. I want you to go ahead and draw dashed lines right now. Okay, so hopefully you drew your dashed lines. So here's what I would do for my dashed lines. All right, I'm going to draw a dashed line here, and I'm going to draw a dashed line here. So now I have a rectangle here, I've got a triangle, and I've got a trapezoid. All right, and so I'm just going to start at the top here. My triangle, okay, this triangle up here, the length across here, this is 15 centimeters. The height is 6 centimeters. My data lines are phenomenal right now. So I'm going to take 15 times 6 and divide it by 2, and I'm going to get 45. So 45 centimeters squared, that is my area for the triangle. Now I'm going to find it for the rectangle. This rectangle is 4. There's a base, okay, or the length, and then the width is 15. 4 times, oh my goodness, I'm out of it. 4 times 15, that is going to give me 60. So I have 60 centimeters squared. Now I got to find my trapezoid. Okay, so I have 60 and 45. Now I got to find the trapezoid. So my base, this can be my base 1. My base 2 is up here. This is 15. Okay, this is my base 2, and then this is my height. So I'm going to add the 2 bases together, 15 plus 18. Okay, I'm going to get 33. I'm going to take it times 4. When I take it times 4, okay, I'm going to get to 132, and then I'm going to divide that by 2. And I end up getting, I'm going to end up getting 66, maybe? That's it. Yeah, 66. So I get 66 centimeters squared. So I have these 3 areas. Now I'm going to add them together. 45 plus 60 is 105. 105 plus 66 is 171 centimeters squared. So you got to make sure you add them all together at the end. Okay. So this last one. Okay, we have example 3. All right. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Let's skip that one. All right. I want you to get out the other sheet. Okay, you're going to get out the other sheet. Okay. Give me 1 minute here. All right. So now the main focus is going to be perimeter. So to find the perimeter, remember that we're going to add all the sides. Okay. We add all the sides, and they are going to be, it's around the outside. So what I can do here, and what I think is really helpful, is go ahead and when we are trying to figure out the perimeter, okay, of these composite shapes, all right, you don't need to separate them. You don't need to do anything. Okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the lines, all right, and I'm going to add what I know. So I'm going to add this. Let me make that bigger. Okay. I'm going to add this line right here. So that's 9. This side is 8. So that's 17. Okay. I know this length is 6. And this length is 6. So I'm going to add all those together. So I have 9 plus 8 plus 6 plus 6. 12 plus 8 is 20. And I get 29. okay? But that's not my whole shape, okay? You'll notice that I'm missing this side, and then I'm missing this bottom side, all right? And so if I'm going to try to figure out this bottom side here, okay, the length is, well, we have this 8 yards up here that's going from here to here, and then from here to here is 6. So to figure out the bottom, all I'm going to do is just take 8 plus 6, which ends up being 14 yards. So the bottom is 14 yards, so I'm going to add that 14 yards to my 29, and I end up getting 43. Now, it's not over yet, okay? We still have this right here, okay? We still have this side. So the entire length is 9. This part is 6, so that means this part plus this part has to equal 9. So that means it's going to be 3. 43 plus 3 is 46. And then my label would be yards. All right? So that is finding the perimeter. I know my notes, dude. They look really good. Okay. So if I were to find the area of this shape, oh geez, come on, I'll erase it. If I'm going to find the area of this, okay, I'm going to split it up like I did. Okay, like I did for the other one. I'm going to split it up. You can use dash line. Well, my dash lines were looking bad. So this, okay, to find the area of this rectangle here that is highlighted really, really well, this one, okay, I'm going to take 8 times, I need to know this length right here. And I already knew that there was 9 minus 6, which is 3. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24 yards. So 24 yards. Now, this length is 14 because 8 plus 6, that goes all the way across. 14 times 6, okay, ends up being 84. So 84 is, and that's going to be yards squared, and we are going to add those together, and we end up getting 108 yards squared. All right, so I want you to go look at this one. Okay, look at number 2. I want you to go ahead and find the perimeter. All right, I want you to pause this video, find the perimeter of this shape. Okay, so you should have tried to find the perimeter. I'm going to make this bigger again. Okay, let's go blue here. Okay, I'm going to highlight what I know, the side lengths that I know. So I know this 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 2 is 11, and then 11 plus 7 is 18. So now all I'm missing is this side and this side. Okay, oh shoot, I just forgot it was 10, 18. Okay, so we got 18 centimeters right now, I think. Yeah, 18 centimeters. Now, okay, I know that, well, this length is 2 centimeters over here, so then that means this is 2 centimeters over here. So 18 plus 2, now I'm at 20, and then the same concept applies here. I've got this 2 centimeters here. That means that's 2 centimeters there. So 20 plus 2 is 22 centimeters. Okay, now go ahead and pause and find the area. All right, if you're going to find the area, I'm going to, boom, make my dash line. Okay, this is 2 times 3, which is 6 centimeters squared. Then the bottom one is going to be 7 times 2, because that's a base and times height. That's 14 centimeters squared. Add those together, 20 centimeters squared. All right, so let's look at, 4 looks really fun. Let's do number 4. Okay, so number 4, okay, this is going to be the last problem before we get to our assignment. Number 4 is interesting because we're going to find the perimeter. And the perimeter now, normally it's always on the outside, but we're going to actually include this part on the inside. Okay, so that would be included in the perimeter. Okay, so this is 7. That means that's top is 7. This one is 2 meters. All right, and then we have 10 over here, so that means that's 10 over here, and then it's 12 on the top. So if we add all those together, we get 14, 18, 30, 40, 50, 62 meters. Okay, you do include the inside. All right, now the area, this is where it gets tough. Okay, this is going to be a lot tougher. The area, all right, we need to find the area of this inside region, we need to find the area of the entire thing. And then we just take that inside region out, which means we're going to subtract. So I'm going to take 12 times 10, which is 120. Okay, I'm going to take 7 times 2, which is 14. All I got to do is subtract them because this inside area is not going to be included. So I'm going to get 106, and it's going to be meters squared. All right. So again, if you were struggling with some of these problems, feel free to go back and look at how I kind of explain them. Your homework is going to be these numbers 1 through 6. Okay, 1 through 6 is going to be your homework for tomorrow, and I appreciate all you guys